today is Saturday, June 13th. It's going to be kind of a weird weekend. My filming schedule got really off, and I'm working on getting it back together. But I mean, I'm getting a lot of things back together. So I took a trip with my husband, and in my brain, I was going to be gone over one weekend, even though I was going to be gone 9 days. So that covers 2 weekends. And so I got back and realized, oh, my filming schedule is not right on. But I had chosen not to vlog or anything while gone. I had chosen to just film shorts here and there because I was on a trip, just me and my husband for our anniversary. Like, I didn't want any of that other stuff. So getting back this weekend, I have to work because, I mean, technically because I volunteered to work this weekend. But it's going to help me make up some hours with my job when I'm not there. There's some things that people were able to do for me, other things that just don't get done. So going to work on catching up at work. I'm going to come home and film a regular episode. And then I am also filming a vlog this weekend. Why am I doing it all in one weekend when it's not all going out next week? Just because that's kind of what makes sense. When my husband and I took our trip, my youngest was with her grandparents while my husband and my middle child are down picking up the youngest. So they're gone this weekend and it's just me and my oldest. And so next weekend when everybody gets back, I'm not going to want to film a video. It's going to be very busy. There's going to be a lot of, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, you know, people who I haven't seen in a few weekends who now want a lot of attention. And that is a logical thing. So instead I am filming a lot of my catching up with life stuff this weekend. And then next weekend, again, I can focus on my family and then get back into a regular filming schedule. But I also did not want to put off regular filming until next week because that has also had a couple weekends without it. So yeah, doing a lot of stuff to try to catch up and get on a regular schedule between work, filming, and I'm kind of looking out the window here, my garden area. Before we left, I planted a lot of stuff. I've been slowly redoing the garden, but physically I can't do it as fast as I'd like to. And to a point financially, because I'm building big brick garden beds and, you know, the bricks are not, there's not endless funds for bricks. So I've been buying them slowly, but some of the things I did have turned out great and some of the things have not. So I'm also going to spend some time just doing like catching up on lawn mowing, and doing a little bit in the garden and trying to just feel like I'm back to where I want to be. And of course, also work on some of my projects. One of the things that I want to get done this weekend, I have been working on a shirt. You will hear about this, and I might even be done with this by the time this comes out. But I will be talking about this later as well. This is my twisted t-shirt. I have done so much of this shirt. The last time I showed it on a video, I was right there on the ribbing, and I got all of that done in the last couple weeks while traveling. I'm on the bottom ribbing, and then I just have the ribbing that is the sleeves. And I'm like, I'm so close. I want to power through, but also I worked on it a lot in a short time and I'm almost burnt on it, but you know, it's that I'm burnt, but I don't want to do it. I also have a shawl over there that is just out of reach. I have a sock that I've been slowly working on, but I don't know. I'm not quite as motivated to hurry up and finish that sock either. And then a cardigan, but I kind of want to ignore all of that, at least for a little bit. My work has teammate appreciation next week. Usually we all get sweaters. This year they let us pick, and even though I got to pick, I did get a sweater. But when we do get a sweater, we all get the same sweater, and then, you know, you wear it to work, you get hot, you take it off, and they're all the same. And this one is a little different. Most of the time it's a zip-up hoodie, so it's easy to like take it off and lose it. But I have these little embroidery things that I got a long time ago from Muse 2320. And some of them I don't really feel like I can put on a work hoodie. I want to put them on something else, but I got them because I can embroider, but I can't draw like this little candle. I don't know. It doesn't totally feel like it makes sense on a work hoodie. I did put some on another one a while ago. And it's a tiny little thing, makes mine a little more distinctive. Everyone knows that gray zip-up hoodie with our company logo, but has flowers embroidered on the pockets. That's Shannon's. It's so easy that way. I mean, other people just write their name in it, and that's also logical, but this is fun for me. So I was thinking either between this little flower, like on the sleeve, or maybe these little bugs like going up the sleeve, but I also considered like both, where I could do the flower and then the bugs. I might start with the bugs. I wouldn't put them like that. I'd probably like cut them and put them a little bit farther away, but they're so tiny that there's that part of me that's like, I could do it. I could do them like around the neck of the crew neck. I don't know. I'll probably consult with my oldest daughter and have her help me pick some placement too. But these were the two I was leaning to. I kind of want to go on their website and see if they've done any more in a while, because I ordered these like a year ago. And I did even kind of consider a configuration like that. I don't know. There's also the other thing that I did vaguely think about, but I might save for a non-work sweater, is just these simple little, like they're tiny little star configurations. You probably don't even entirely need these like printed up ones for it, but it did seem kind of fun. Like I could combine the candle with that, or there's also, I have a few other flowers and everything that I'm not totally thinking about doing because they're so tiny. I feel like that would basically just be a bunch of French knots, which I really don't want on a work sweater. That one too. So yeah, there is some other flowers that I'm just not really thinking about this time because they're just a little too complex and I don't want to. I don't think the sage is necessarily what I want on a work hoodie. But the other ones is there's more of these little stars, and then there's like the crystal and the little potion bottle, and they're so cute, but there's that part of me that's like, I don't know, maybe work hoodie or maybe something else. And I feel like these little sparkle parts would do so good with those. I don't know. So yeah, I'm really leaning towards that like daisy and the bugs, but I don't know for sure what I'm going to do yet. All right, so I have talked a lot more than I normally would first thing in the morning, but because there's so few people here, there's nobody like waiting for mom to be done so we can go and do the next thing. So I'm going to finish getting ready, and then I am going to go to work. I only have to work for a half day today, and then I am going to come home and probably come home from work, have lunch, and then film my regular episode. So I won't film much of that because you will have already seen it by the time this comes out. But after that, I'm probably going to be getting a little bit more into projects and everything. So there's going to be a chunk of today that there's just nothing to see, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to talk about. Okay, so I am home from work. I had some nice grown-up chicken nuggets and sweet potato fries for lunch. I feel like I both need a defense and don't need a defense for why I have chicken nuggets for lunch. I also stopped by and got a latte after work, so chicken nuggets, fries, and a latte. It worked for me. But yeah, I'm getting ready to set up and film for my normal episode, and then after that, I will probably work on some of my projects while I edit and kind of get that done for the day. I do still have a list of things that need to be done, and I got a couple of huckleberry bushes delivered today. I have picked out my embroidery stuff, so I'm going to put that on my sweater so that I can start embroidering that today. I don't know if I'll finish it or not. But yeah, I am going to try to get everything set up and done so that I can move on to the next thing. I don't remember if I have any finished objects. I really should go check. All right, so I'm going to set everything up and then I will start filming in a different way. So this is my semi behind the scenes of a filming day. I've got my one light, my camera, my laptop, a microphone, and then usually all of my other projects over here, and at least one thing right there ready to grab. I might move stuff a little bit closer, but that is part of why I say, hold on, let me grab it. It's because it's like 6 feet away from me behind the camera. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks, and let's go ahead and dive right into it. I have no works in progress, no finished objects, but I do have 4 works in progress. I do have some life stuff to talk about, and I do have some acquisitions and future plans that I will go ahead and jump with. Okay, so filming is done, and now I am going to start my editing. It's all set up right here. Not always the most exciting thing to do, but while I am editing, I usually will kind of watch little videos here and there in between stuff and do some knitting. All right, so I finished editing my video. I was working on the ribbing for a little bit, and I don't know. My brain just doesn't really want to work on that one right now. Oh, this framing. There we go. My brain just doesn't really want to work on that ribbing. I think I just really needed something new and different, and I'm so torn because I want to keep working on it this weekend to make a lot of progress, because I know I'll make less progress in the middle of the week, but also I just want to step away. So I did sort of step away. I did place the little designs I got. I bought them from Muse 2320, like, I don't know, 6 months, a year, something like that. So I'm starting with the flower down here. I'm about halfway through the stem. I haven't decided if I'm going to outline it, because like I like the outline on there, but I don't know. And then I'll probably do the little butterfly thing there next. I'm going to do it kind of a pinkish. And then of course up here is the ladybug. And then the little spiders are just going to be black. Yeah, I might do the outline, but like a light outline with black. I don't know. I'm very happy with making the progress. I think this is going to be very cute, and it'll make my sweater just a little bit different. So if I take it off at work, I'll know which one is mine, since so many of us have the same one. I was very bummed. I did not know where my threads were. with my craft area completely destroyed. I thought I knew exactly where my threads were. They weren't there. There's a possibility I got rid of them. I don't know. But luckily my daughter was happy to let me take some. I took just some of like her cheaper ones. She would have let me take the more expensive ones, but I know that she will get more joy out of the more expensive ones, whereas I'm just doing a little bit of embroidery and the cheap ones will work just fine for that. So I am probably going to put this down in a minute and go eat, and then I'm going to relax a little bit more. All right, so I had dinner, spent some time with my daughter, and now I'm back upstairs to work on the flowers some more. I'm going to watch some YouTube and finish editing and uploading my stuff. And while some people probably would show healthy snacks, I have some ice cream with a brownie, and I'm just going to enjoy a nice little quiet evening and a sweet treat. Good morning. It is June 14th. I am getting up. I am getting up very slowly. I just really did not particularly want to get up and get moving this morning. You can still hear the sleepy in my voice. I have had some coffee. I've gotten dressed in some outdoor clothes. I need to go out to pick up some dirt because I've got some plants that need to be transplanted, and I am all out of dirt from my garden. I need to mow my lawns, weed in my garden, and get a lot of outdoor stuff done. So I do really want to get moving on that before it gets too hot for the day. I do always wear like lightweight long sleeve stuff in the garden to try to protect from the sun a little better, but that also means I am going to get hot in the long sleeves eventually here. So I do want to get going on all of that. And then I also have some bread that I was getting started last night that I need to do the next steps on, so I can do some baking later today. I do want to get working on my projects a little bit more. I managed to get the flower and the little, I don't know if it's supposed to be a moth or a butterfly, but the little winged creature. I'd like to get at least the red on the ladybug done on my embroidery today as well. Obviously in my brain, I'm going to totally get the whole thing done. But I made the goal, because I'm trying to not give myself too much, of just getting 10 rows on this bottom ribbing. And I just started round 9. So I'm like, that's not too much. And then it's just chipping away at it a little bit until I get it done. So a lot of things that I want to get done. And also naturally, I just kind of want to lay in bed. I'm so tired. But the first thing that I do need to do right now, my dog is yelling at me, so I need to go and let her outside. All right, so I just finished buying everything. Home Depot didn't open when I thought it did, so I ended up killing an extra 10 minutes and ended up with some extra plants, but I have everything I need to do for when I get home. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put some of these extra plants, but it's cool. I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna get home. I'm going to pop my AirPods in, and I'm gonna start with the annoying stuff like mowing the lawn and then go from there. All right, gardening and yard work is as done as it is going to be today. There's definitely still more to do out there, but I'm done. It got too hot. And there's things where it's like, this is not a small project. This is a big project. There was more I wanted to do, but I hit a point where I was done. Mentally, heat-wise, all of that, done. So I am going to get cleaned up, and then I'm going to work on my projects. Bye.